if you don't mind.
My mom and dad had a nice house, you know, small. We're raising 5 kids. With one always being there, one of our cousins always living there with us for a while. And I always loved that, man. It was nice. We could, they were both about my age. We did a lot of shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is my live stream back up?
Yeah, I gotta back out of here. I'll go back to subscriptions.
Well, I'm waiting on Buff. I'm just gonna go to golf and claim any of my rewards.
I'd rather have that kind of a hike. Yep, there we are. Radios.
Plus, like, comes back 2.5 hours from now. He's like, sorry, we watched the movie.
Put the heat on too in there, would you? I'll need the heat. All right. Not the best picture I'd like to have. Let's check that. Whoa, what happened? I didn't hit start.
So don't get your hooks on that.
That's where it started.
From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next.
I think there's a couple of things that you can consider on that. If you do that draft, for that, you'd have to do a 53-round draft to put out your whole roster.
So just about set now, and towing the slab here, Bob Gibson. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
All right, ready to get underway. So up now for Chicago, Jackie Robinson.
But if you swing the whole thing, then you kind of get what you get, and then you kind of work with the team, and you can kind of customize it yourself. I mean, that's all the quickest way to do it.
And that one pulled foul. 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 0-2 now. Got him swinging. The high heat, too much on that one. And up next for Chicago, Ellie De La Cruz.
Whoa.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty.
No, that's why only my voice is broadcast.
On the ground to first, and that's just foul. Swings and misses. Over to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. 2 down, base is empty. Biz Mackey, the next Cub to hit. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Left on the ground is second. Sends it to first, and Mackey is set down at first. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And starting in this one, Corey Kluber.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count. And to
Start up top.
I'm ready.
That's what I'm going to do. No, you got
opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Lucky y'all.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Stays alive. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 2-2. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. Here's the veteran shortstop, Honus Wagner. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. This one popped up right side. Robinson racing hard. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Oscar Charleston stepping in now. Cracks his bat and pops him up.
You
To
broke
first,
my
Marlin
back.
set down in order. Fourth game of the NLCS. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Luke.
I need to pause real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh shit! I was like, oh, so
All right, I'm back.
maybe he puts newspaper down or something. Yeah. I was pondering it. Like, I was like,
All right, you ready, Bobby?
Hang on 1 second, man. I'm taking a smoky hit here. Get out. Oh, it is. Gonna have my leg crossed so you have to wait. Double. Let's do it, my brother.
Brock.
Come on,
Gibson back to work. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Chipper Jones, the next Cub to hit. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
No score here in the second. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. And next for the Cubs, Byron Buxton. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. He was late there. Strike 1.
0-1.
And there's a ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Next offering misses down and away. That one hammered left field, ranging back, up against the wall, and brings it in.
Be better.
We head to the bottom of the second. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Tim Raines. Kluber, in his 14th season, he features a sinker, a cutter, a slurve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. This to center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on plane with it. He hit that one pretty well. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. The throw to third, in there safely.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Bob Gibson can't hold up, and that's a strike.
One strike.
On the ground to first. Could be 2. That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score.
I'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Matt McClain. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Now a check on him at second, back safely. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That ball's carrying.
Oh,
Just
nice.
missed it.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot. Turned around and made a nice catch.
On the ground to third.
Dang, man.
Chipper fires to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Back here in Miami, and now the right fielder, David Justice. Fought off foul. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So digging in, Nick Kurtz. And foul ball. One gets a check swing. Appeal to third. No swing. One down, base is empty. And strike two.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. And now the pitcher, Corey Kluber. Popped up. Wagner brings it in for the third out. And we're back. Here's a big power threat. Pete Crow Armstrong. Swing and a ball popped up. De La Cruz makes the grab, one away. So the batting order turns over. Ronald Acuna Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Led off the game with a strikeout. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. 0-1. Oh, that hit him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Slings to first in time. Oscar Charleston, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 1 so far. Runner takes off. In the air, center field. Buxton should have this one. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth, at the plate, Jackie Robinson.
No.
Out to short, Wagner. Slings it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Booyah!
Nice.
That's one way to quiet the crowd. And this game is tied. It's 1-1.
Look, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Yeah, pause for a minute.
You got it. Let me grab a smoker. This time on my hands. I'm about to go get a tattoo, dude. Oh, yeah? Yeah, something mine. I don't know. He met a guy that had a whole rebel flag on his back. But those tattoos with the orange and all that, like, good. They call it tattoo therapy.
Get a picture of Bobby tattooed on your back. Bobby fucking shredding the bass with flames coming out of it. Sparks coming off the cords.
I think Bobby was going to get a tramp stamp of Trump on a MAGA.
He already has it, man. Alright, I'm almost ready.
So you're getting a picture of your own paper now? You get this shit.
Alright, I'm ready.
So up now for Chicago, Biz Mackey. And there's the strike.
No ball. One strike.
And he grounds one to the right side. To Oscar. And Mackey is set down at first. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Lou Brock.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Tap foul at the plate. The 0-1. Foul ball. Got it. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Tim Raines. And a foul ball.
You know, these Marlins definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
To the right side.
Bong in the blitz.
Robinson whips it to
Smoke in the
first.
pancake.
One up, one down. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The other way.
Dag,
Takes it himself. He's out. And a couple of quick outs. Bob Gibson now at the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
A swing and a miss,
nice.
and that's strike 1.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Yep.
2 outs. Up the middle. Handles, throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over.
1-1 herd best. Oh, yeah, I see it, yeah.
4th game of the NLCS. Down the third baseman, Chipper Jones. Gibson back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swung on, belted.
Nice.
Crow Armstrong ranges back.
Ah. Didn't time it right.
Gives him the
Good
lead.
hit.
It's 2-1.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here's Byron Buxton. Fly to
I'm
left
here.
his first time. Swings and misses and one down below the zone.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss and 102 on the radar gun.
2 strikes.
Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. David Justice getting ready to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a foul straight back. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Sharp grounder,
nice.
that's through for a base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Fires to first in time.
You got lucky there, man.
Corey Kluber, the next Cub to hit.
Why'd you
He's
do that?
0 for 1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-0.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
And he chases that one. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the inning, leading off Matt McClain.
Ah, come on.
In plenty of time to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Ernie Clement, the next up for the Marlins. First time up, he grounded to third. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. And he swings through that one.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
The Cubbies leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground, right
Come
side.
on.
Robinson gets it to first, and that quickly 2 away. And now for the Marlins, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And there's a foul ball. 2 out, space is empty. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses across the first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
It's like a report.
Back here in Miami, new inning getting started. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Jackie Robinson.
That was a god-awful Biden impersonation, man.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. Yeah, that's fouled off. And a swing and a miss. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. And now the big-time power threat, Ellie De La Cruz. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch. That one's in there. That's strike 2.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
One down, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the catcher to hit. Biz Mackey has grounded out a couple of times. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Or was it?
And we're back. Here's some real power at the plate. Ronald Acuna Jr. Towards first.
Come on,
Kurtz. And he's out on a tag.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Next to hit, Honus Wagner. This guy with light tower power. Swings through that.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That one ripped right center field, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and now the tying run is into scoring position.
Everything came together for him. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Now it's going to be Oscar Charleston. Man at second. And fouled off. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. Tim Raines, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. And that is out of play.
Have it.
With the tying run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner goes again. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sends it to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over.
I tried, man. I tried.
Top of inning number 7. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Lou Brock. Just missed. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
Late swing, foul to the left. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Chipper Jones. He's already homered here in this one.
Man, thank you for swinging at that horse shit.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball there.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
strike 3. And now 6 strikeouts in a row. And here is Byron Buxton. 0 for 2 in this one.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now, this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Next offering is
you
down
wanted
low.
it.
2 down, nobody on. Late here in game 4. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
That one misses.
Yeah, that got away from
now
him.
2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Comebacker to the
You don't gotta.
And they get the lead off.
You don't gotta do that, man. You don't have to do that, man. No, no, man. You didn't have to do that.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Up the middle, De La Cruz.
Bring Babe Ruth out and just lobs down a grounder to shortstop. What is that crap?
Matt McClain.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Oh, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Come on.
The tag, and he's out. Marlins set down in order. Back here in Lone Depot Park. Now it's the right fielder, David Justice.
Hey, man, what the fuck? Whatever, man. Ah.
And that one fouled off. Ruth, a 6'2 southpaw. He features a 4-seam fastball, and he works in a changeup.
Ball. Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Kurtz stands in now and watches strike 1. Next pitch is outside. Justice gets his lead at first with nobody out. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. For the second.
No. Do you want better when I threw that? I threw a changeup, I'm pretty sure.
And that's a great play for the out.
Oh, that is such a tough play, but they make it look easy. They slow the game down. That diving stop right there, it's only part of the equation. Then you got to collect yourself, get up, make a good throw, and you got to get it there in time. That's the toughest part, especially when it's got to be on the money.
Corey Kluber, the next Cub to hit.
All right, I'm ready.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Back here in Miami, on to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Fought off foul. Fouled off down the right side. Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball, still 0-2. Popped in the air, left side. He's under it. And there's one away.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Pro Armstrong swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss, 98 miles per hour on the gun. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. On the ground, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Way out front for strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Well struck left field. And that is that.
Good hustle.
All set to start the 9th in this one.
Yeah,
now it's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Well, I really want to keep the man because I want to finish it. But, you know, get through the
Is that for me?
There we go. All right, now it's on me now. He's up 5-4, bottom of the 9th. Stay alive. I got it.
Sneezes really suck when you got a lot of phlegm, you know. All right. Yeah. Oh, why didn't I change that?
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Eric Gagne.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
The next offering misses. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out to short, Wagner. Throws across the diamond. They get the out on Robinson. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one pushed to the left and foul.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Ooh. Swung on, belted. Deep. Right. That one went back there, and that one's going to land not so much here, but here.
Get as many high fives as possible. Man, this guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Biz Mackey will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And a foul ball. Right through there, got it. Now 2 away. Lubrock, the next to hit. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Nabs it, and that is that. Bottom of the 9th, and now the shortstop, Hannes Wagner.
Ready when you are?
Yep.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Yes,
0-2 now as he swings through it.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down. And up next for Miami, Oscar Charleston.
No need to pause.
I don't think. Last that when I was here. Let me write this.
For 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Tim Raines. And first offering is fouled off. He swings and fouls one off. Down to their final strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got Got him, and that's the ball game. Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final 3-1. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Josh Allen was number 1. Eagles.
Yeah, see, that's like they so long descent because you start throwing out a 53-man hospital. Oh, we're going over to that now? Oh, we're going to take it out. They're going to give us somewhat decent teams, and they can kind of build them themselves through the draft. Yeah.
We can have some decent players. Yeah, I would say. It should be loaded because they're pretty good teams, but
Yeah.
yep. All right, let's see who I got.
What? Still got the highlights playing through.